Everything you're looking at was built by high-level AI in just a few minutes. A complete garage website, dedicated service pages, online booking, customer management, and automations, all from a single prompt. But looking good is one thing. The real question is whether this could actually help a real garage win more business. Let's start from the beginning. I've seen people claim HighLevel can replace thousands of pounds worth of business software. If that's true, a lot of independent garages could be paying for software they simply don't need. So instead of talking about it, I'm putting it to the test by building a complete MOT and servicing center from scratch. If this works, it could completely change how a small garage operates. This isn't a competition to see who can build the nicest website. That's the easy part. I want to find out whether HighLevel can handle the entire customer journey. From someone booking an MOT online right through to customer follow-up after they've collected their car. To keep this fair, I created a checklist before touching the AL Builder. It needs to build a professional website with dedicated service pages, online booking, customer management, automations, and follow-up. By the end of this video, we'll know exactly what it gets right and where it falls short. I didn't just type, "build me a garage website" and hope for the best. I wrote the same type of detailed brief I'd give a professional web designer, explaining the pages, branding, customer journey, and business goals I wanted the website to achieve. The brief asked for a bright, modern website with dedicated pages for MOT testing, car servicing, diagnostics, brakes, tyres, about, contact, and online booking. The goal wasn't simply to make it look impressive, it needed to make booking a service quick, clear, and easy for potential customers. The brief's ready. I haven't made any manual changes or given the AI any extra help. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Let's generate the website and see what it comes up with. The brief's complete, so now it's over to HighLevel. Using everything we've asked for, it's generating the website, pages, content, and images automatically. This usually takes a few minutes, so once it's finished, we'll see how close it gets on the first attempt. Then we'll decide what, if anything, needs improving before putting it through a proper test. A few minutes later, HighLevel had produced its first draft, and honestly, it's a better starting point than I expected, but this isn't the finished website. This is the first draft, and I want to see how much work it still needs. I wouldn't publish this version yet. The hero image is too dark, one of the buttons isn't displaying properly, and the main call to action doesn't stand out enough. I'd also replace the AI-generated images with real photos of the garage because that instantly builds more trust with potential customers. So instead of editing the website manually, I'm going to update the prompt, improve the design, make the buttons stand out properly, and generate a second version to see how much difference those changes make. A few minutes later, the updated version was ready. Straight away, you can see the difference. The hero section is brighter, the buttons are much clearer, and the overall design feels far more polished. It shows how much difference a well-written prompt can make. Now let's see whether this homepage actually works for a real garage business. If you'd like to follow along and build this yourself, you'll find my HighLevel 30-day free trial link in the description below. And if you use my link, you won't be on your own. I'll also help you get everything set up and show you how to recreate what you're seeing in this video. Within seconds, visitors know exactly what this garage offers and, more importantly, what to do next. The two call to action buttons make it easy to either book an MOT or request a quote without searching through menus or wondering where to click. Before asking anyone to book, the website builds confidence with Google reviews, DVSA approval, and clear trust badges. Those small details help reassure first-time visitors that they're dealing with a professional garage before they've even started reading the rest of the page. Not everyone visits a garage website looking for the same thing. Some need an MOT, others need servicing or diagnostics. From the homepage, customers can immediately see the garage's core services and quickly choose the one that's relevant to them. Instead of relying on a single booking button at the top of the page, visitors are given more opportunities to book as they continue scrolling. If someone decides they're ready halfway down the page, They don't have to go back to the top to take the next step. The combination of clear information, trust signals, and customer reviews helps answer the questions many people have before contacting a garage. That's exactly what a good business website should do. It builds confidence before asking for the booking. From a customer's point of view, I think this homepage does exactly what it should. It explains what the garage offers, builds trust quickly, and makes the next step obvious. But customers don't usually stop at the homepage. They're normally looking for a specific service. So let's see whether HighLevel has created dedicated service pages that are just as impressive. The homepage has done its job, but customers rarely stop there. Most people arrive looking for a specific service, so let's see what HighLevel has created. Each service has its own dedicated page rather than simply repeating the homepage. Visitors can quickly understand what's included, why they might need the service, and, most importantly, how to book. Everything looks good so far, but websites don't make businesses, money customers do. So let's stop looking at the pages and test the booking process exactly as a real customer would. I'm booking an MOT exactly as a customer would. The form only asks for the information a garage actually needs, so the process feels quick and straightforward. This is where most website demonstrations stop. Mine doesn't. Once I press submit, does HighLevel simply send an inquiry? Or does it actually start managing the customer? Straight away, I'm taken to a confirmation page, so there's no uncertainty about whether the booking has been received. A confirmation email arrives automatically, keeping the customer informed without anyone at the garage having to manually reply. Now let's switch to the garage owner's view. Without typing anything, HighLevel has already created a new customer record from the booking. This is where HighLevel starts becoming much more than a website builder. Instead of copying information between emails, diaries, and spreadsheets, everything is already organized. The booking also appears inside the pipeline, giving staff an instant view of every job from inquiry through to completion. Behind the scenes, HighLevel can automatically send reminders, notify staff, and trigger follow-up messages without anyone remembering each step manually. After the customer collects their vehicle, HighLevel can automatically request a Google review, helping the garage build its reputation over time. For me, this is where HighLevel separates itself from a normal website. The website attracts the customer, but everything that happens afterwards is what saves time and helps the business run more efficiently. So we've seen the customer's experience. Now let's switch to the business owner's side and see what it's actually like running the business day to day inside HighLevel. We've followed the customer from booking their MOT right through to confirmation. But customers only see half the story. The real question is, what happens when the garage owner logs in each morning? Does this actually make running the business easier? If I owned this garage, this is probably the first screen I'd open every morning. Instead of checking emails, diaries, and different software, I can immediately see today's bookings, customer activity, and anything that needs my attention. From here, I'd move straight into the calendar. In a few seconds, I can see who's booked in, what's coming next, and whether the day is running to schedule. That makes planning the workload much simpler. This probably saves more time than people realize. When everyone is working from the same live schedule, there's far less chasing people for updates or wondering what's due in next. Everything's in one place. One thing I was curious about was the mobile app. Business owners aren't sitting behind a desk all day, so this only adds value if it's genuinely useful when you're out in the workshop. Using the mobile app, I can check today's bookings, open customer records, reply to conversations, and keep everything moving without walking back into the office. For busy workshops, that's a genuine advantage. The biggest thing I've noticed isn't one individual feature. It's that I'm no longer jumping between different systems. The website, bookings, CRM, calendar, and customer communication are all connected, which means less admin and more time focusing on customers. If you'd like to test everything you've seen today for your own garage, you can use the 30-day free trial through the link below. And if you decide to sign up using that link, I'll also help you get everything set up and answer any questions you have along the way. That said, I wouldn't leave everything exactly as it is. I'd spend a little time tailoring the dashboard, workflows, and branding to suit the way this particular garage operates. Every business is different, and that's where the personal touches still matter. At this point, there's really only one question left. After testing the website, service pages, booking process, CRM, and day-to-day management, would I actually trust HighLevel to help run a real MOT and servicing center? Let's find out. When I started this challenge, I wanted to answer one question. Could HighLevel genuinely run an independent MOT and servicing center? After building the website, testing the booking process, and following the complete customer journey, I think I can finally answer that. The biggest surprise wasn't the website. It was everything that happened after someone clicked Book Now. The booking, CRM, pipeline, automations, and follow-up all work together without needing separate software. That's the part I think many garage owners underestimate. No, and that's actually reassuring. If you're expecting AI to completely replace a professional web designer, I don't think we're there yet. But if you're looking for something that gets you 80 or 90% of the way there in minutes instead of weeks, HighLevel genuinely impressed me. I'd still replace the stock images, personalize the copy, and fine-tune the workflows before launching. If I owned an MOT garage today, I'd seriously consider replacing several separate tools with HighLevel. Not because it's perfect, but because having the website, bookings, CRM calendar, and automations all working together in one platform would save time every single day. If you're thinking about trying HighLevel, don't spend your free trial exploring every feature. Build one complete customer journey like we've done today, from the website through to the booking, CRM, and follow-up. By the end of that process, you'll know very quickly whether it's the right platform for your business. If you decide HighLevel is the right fit for your business, you can start your free 30-day trial using the link in the description. I'll also give you everything I built for this video, including the AL prompt, website brief, workflows, and templates, so you're starting with a complete garage system instead of a blank account. And if you need help getting everything set up, I'm happy to help. If there's another business you'd like me to build next, let me know in the comments. And if you found this video useful, please consider subscribing.